understand what just happened. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas.
Hey my lovelies, it's your girl Mel. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to create the Yosch cafe sign for my photo wall that I had intended for the shop. So if you remember from back in, I think, summer, where we did a little renovation on the restaurant and stuff, and we created like a photo wall with like a grass like background, and basically I want to cut out the Yosch cafe name out of styrofoam and put it on it, and then decorate the edges of it so people can stand up in front of it and take their pictures. So mind you, I was supposed to do this from a long time ago, but you know, things happen, procrastination, all these things. So initially I wanted like a really nice stylized form like this. This was supposed to be the A, but as you can see, these parts here are very thin, and it's going to be hard to cut it out of this, especially since I don't have like a hot knife or anything, or you know, those heated wires that you can just pull through it. I don't have any of that. So we're gonna scrap that and go to bigger funds. So I have the Y and the O already for the beginning of Yosch cafe. So this is the plan, right? So I'm going to have this, you know, so this be our Y, cut out a O. Hopefully an S can fit on here as well, so we can get 3 letters out of this piece. I have another piece over there. And yeah, I'm just going to take you along the journey. I'm not gonna say all the struggles and stuff that I'll be going through, because I tried cutting one of them already, just using like an X-Acto knife and stuff, and that was terrible. So what I'm going to try and do instead is actually heat up a metal knife and try cut it, because just cutting it so not gonna work. So anyways, enough rambling, let's get started. The first thing I have to do is cut this out. So I'm going to cut it out with my scissors and then lay it on the styrofoam and then start the process of cutting it out. So once I'm done cutting this out, I'll get back to you guys. So guys, change of location, because I had to figure it out with the first letter first before I come on camera and just do something. So I got the first letter cut out here. As you can see, this is our Y. What I will have to do is definitely use a candle and a knife and cut through it, because if I do it with the knife by itself, the styrofoam breaks off in places underneath that I don't really want. So just to make it smooth, I have to like heat up the knife, hold the knife over the candle flame, and you know, take my time and go little by little. So I'll be showing you that for maybe one of them, but the rest of them I'm gonna do off camera because it's going to take a very long time. I think I took about probably almost half an hour for that one letter day. So hopefully the other ones are a bit easier. The O should be easy. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do right now, and I'm going to take you along the way right now. So let's see how I get it done. Alright guys. Alright guys, so voiceover Mel here. So it's time to show you how I actually get it done. So of course we have the letters printed on a piece of paper, so we're going to start taking our scissors and just cut out the letter itself, because that is going to be the stencil for what we are going to draw on the styrofoam. So you can see I cut out the letter, and then I just took a pen and basically traced the O, so I have it marked on the styrofoam itself, so I can easily just take my knife and cut through it. So this is the part where I was mentioning using a candle and a metal knife. So this is the metal knife that I was going to use. And basically I'm just going to use the flame of the candle to heat up my knife, because you know styrofoam is plastic, so once it touches heat it should melt. So here you can see I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I can do it best. So it does sink in, but it wasn't doing too much damage. And here you can see I was like literally over it already. I'm like, I'm not up for this right now. But the show must go on, right guys? So I'm just heating it up, and listen, the O, remember when I was saying earlier that would be the easiest letter to cut out? It was absolutely the worst. So at this point I just decided to cut out all the letters and mark them on the styrofoam, so I don't have to do them one by one. I just have everything prepared. And then as you can see, change of location, because your girl was tired of the candle wasn't heating it up fast enough. So your girl decided to head over to the stove and have her big flame going. And as you can see, the knife is melting into it like butter. It's just gliding through it, like no effort at all. This is not sped up or anything. This is actually the speed in which it was going. And you can see with ease I was just able to just cut through all of it. And here I sped it up this time because I just wanted to show you that it really, really, really is so much easier with the stove, and basically a bigger surface of the knife getting heated up. So easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I got it all cut out. I wish in real life it was this fast, but sadly it wasn't. But here you can see I got all of them cut out, and they look really, really nice in my opinion. You know, I think they really turned out good, so I was happy about that. But now it's time to spray paint them. So let's get into that. So I went outside to the veranda and started setting up my letters, and I was ready to spray paint. So here I have the O, and I was so confused on what side was the right side for the O. Like you just see me going back and forth, like trying to figure out what side of the O I wanted, because the O is not as obvious as all the other letters, you know. But then I finally figured out a side and started, and guys, it is so satisfying to see the color going onto the letters. Like, just look at that bright, nice neon pink. Like, just look, just take it in. Ooh, baby. It's so satisfying to just see the color change. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but like the color change is really, really satisfying at this moment. But basically I just sprayed all of them. I sprayed the front face of them first, and then I did all the sides. And as you can see, I basically spray painted myself as well, my whole hand and the veranda. I'm going to have a lot of cleaning to do later, but we got it done. That's the most important part, right? We got it done, and they look absolutely amazing. So the following day we made it down into the restaurant, and I went up to the grass wall and saw that it's quite dusty, you know, from all the cars driving by and stuff like that, because we are directly at the road. And I decided to just give it, you know, a nice little cleaning, make sure that we're starting on a clean surface. So I'm just brushing away the dust as much as I can, at least. I'm sure I didn't get everything, but as much as I could, I did try my best to brush it away. And then, yeah, I was just trying to figure out exactly what I was going to do based on the framing of it, like how I wanted to decorate the sides. So I had like some long vines with some purple flowers on there, but then I also had like these single leaves, the one that you see me playing with at the moment. And yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how exactly I would want to decorate it. And luckily, the grass had some holes inside of it already, so I could easily just push things through. And the holes that I'm talking about are these little ones here. So, you know, that's where the light is shining through. Luckily they were there, because trust me, I would be a mess without them. And as you can see, you could easily spot them. Once we figured out kind of how we would get it done, another dilemma started, and that was, how would I be able to secure it good enough to the grass wall without all the vines falling off and the leaves falling out and stuff like that. So we actually had some binding wire, and we came up with the idea to create like a vertical column, I guess, or vertical wire that spans from the top of the grass wall down to the base of it. And we could basically then tie all our leaves and vines and stuff and all the binding wires that we're using to secure them. We could tie all of those to that one specific wire that runs directly vertical behind where they are going through the holes. So that was our best option, because otherwise from that, we really didn't have anything at the back of the grass wall to secure them with. So you just saw me putting it on, and basically this is what we did. So here we can see perfectly. So at first I would have to look for one of those holes. So thankfully for the light, they were easy to spot, as you can see. And then I just took the end of my leaf and pushed it through the hole. And there you can see now we have a wire going down, the silver wire that you see right there. And that is what I will be securing it to. So I'm wrapping it around, and it really holds it in place quite well. So I think that was a really good solution that me and mommy came up with for that. But once that was done, I had to basically just do the rest of the framing and figure out how I would do all of that. So this is just me climbing up and down the ladder, up and down, up and down. Listen, that ladder was my best friend that day. I got in my workout because the amount of times I went up that ladder and came down, and I'm just here like tired and exhausted. But I'm like, all right, we're going to get it done, guys. We're going to get it done. So I'm basically just showing you this part to make you see that I really did do the other side as well. Yeah, I didn't have a twin sister or anything, sadly. I was the one who did the other side as well. And you know, I'm just there trying to secure them to the back of the wall and stuff. But guess what happened now? So the sides were easy to see because there is light beaming through the holes. You see me doing a weird movement there, right? I'm searching for the other holes right there, but I cannot find them because there's a board directly behind the grass at the top there. So there's no light shining through. So it's pitch dark behind there, and I literally can't find the holes. This is me getting frustrated because I cannot find the holes to secure the vine to. And literally I was like so depressed because I was like, I'm making such good progress. And this is what I meant. Like, I could see the holes once there is light behind it, right? You can see them easily. You spot them because you just see that little light shining through. But in the position where there is the board, you literally cannot see anything. You don't see anything. No matter how I spread the grass, how I, try and look all in between, you don't see anything at all. So you guys understand my dilemma? But eventually we figured it out. I was so depressed and stuff that I didn't even record that part. I just was glad I did eventually figure it out. And here we are, just putting on our final touches. You can see we did add a lot of leaves already, because the vine itself only comes with those purple flowers. So all the other pieces that you see are what we added. And at that point we just basically had the framing done. And here we are trying to figure out now how we would place the letters. So we weren't even sure what we would use to put them on as yet, because we knew that we couldn't use any form of glue or anything like that. And we were just trying to figure out the placement at first. So we were trying to think if we want it in a straight line. Do we want it a bit curved? Do we want it in the middle? Like, we're just trying to figure it out at this point, As I said, I just had a little vision, and then I didn't know exactly what I would do until I'm actually physically doing it and going through the process. But we are just here discussing how we can do it best and taking a step back and just looking at stuff. And then this was the point where I was just looking at the letters and saying, how would I actually secure them to the wall? So I was saying, I know there are holes, but how am I going to find the holes? And then what would I use on the letters to push it through the holes so it can stick? So I was thinking of using binding wire first. So pushing the binding wire through the letters and then, through the holes. But trying to figure out everything, we really got tired for that day. I think we did quite a lot of work already. So this was just the progress we did so far. So we basically had an entire frame. As you can see, you see the different leaves and stuff like that, and it looked really, really nice. So the next day we came back all refreshed and stuff, and the first thing I decided to do is give the letters a bit more character. And by character I meant that they were quite flat, because they were just like with the plain pink color. But I wanted to give them a bit more definition. So what I decided to do is give them a little black outline. So I just took a Sharpie and basically outlined all the letters. And I didn't want perfect lines either, because not all the letters were, cut perfectly. They had their little creases and crevices and stuff like that. And basically I just wanted to use those exact things that each letter had unique to them, and just point it out more and give them a bit more character. So at this point you can see me playing around with a lighter and a piece of binding wire, because we came up with the idea to use fishing line to hang them up on, and then we're just going to secure the fishing line to the board. And for that, I would have to create a little hole, basically, or tunnel, through which I could, put the fishing line through the letters. So here you see me heating up the wire, because that's the best thing to do. Creates the least amount of damage, and the heat would just burn directly through the styrofoam, nice and smooth and clean, without any problems. If I used anything else, or if I just tried pushing it by itself, it would literally just break the styrofoam. So as you can see, I didn't really know what I was doing, so I'm just shrugging all over the place. But we put in some holes, and you can see I am taking the fishing line. So the fishing line is that see-through, really, it's not super stretchy, but it is a bit stretchy, line. And yeah, I'm just pushing it through the holes that I created with the little heated wire that you saw earlier. So I put a hole on each side of the letter, of course. And there you see me getting it through. So I was excited. And I basically continued the process of doing that for the rest of the letters. Some of them were easier to do, some of them were not so easy. And at the end, I kind of got the I got my practice. And at the end, I was more of a professional. In the beginning, I was just not knowing what to do. But at the end, I kind of got it. So you can see me getting a bit more confident and happy and stuff. So yeah, this was the H. So, got the hole and was easy peasy to just push it through. Well, was it that easy? Because looks like you're struggling, girl. What's happening there? Oh, well, go on, yeah, so. I guess it's not that easy. I don't know. I gave up. Oh, okay, so I guess I wanted to re-poke the hole, and that was just basically maybe the beginning of the hole was a good opening, but the end might not have been. So I'm just making it a bit more smoother and maybe a little bit bigger so I could push it through properly. But yeah, you just see me looking and peeping and stuff, and this is my face now, like, yeah, it's supposed to work now. And it did work. And basically, I just did that with all the rest of the letters. It was really not complicated, and it didn't take that long, to be honest. It took like maybe, I would say, 20 minutes tops, I would say. I don't think it took longer than 20 minutes. So yeah, you can just see it's going through quite easily, just poking the holes and then taking the fishing line and just pushing them through all the letters. So once we got that done, I had to go back to my best friend, the ladder, and say hi to the grass and give it a little nice rub down and stuff, treat the grass nicely, because has been a rough week for him, getting all these things poked through him and stuff like that. But yeah, here I'm just trying to figure out how exactly we would secure the fishing line, because we didn't really figure out that part as yet. We're going with the flow. And as you can see, the letters were all twisted and all over the place and stuff like that and being stuck together. But no worries, it will all look absolutely amazing soon. So guys, just stay tuned. But here we're trying to figure out at what height do we want it and how are we going to put it and stuff like that. So I basically secured a piece of binding wire to the fishing line, so I would be able to push it through one of those holes as well. And then I would take that and secure it to the wire at the back. And I would do that basically on both of the sides. So here I'm now asking mommy at what height I need to do the other side so it's kind of even. And shout outs to mommy for holding up the letters, because alone I definitely couldn't have gotten it done. So I definitely needed her help. So shout outs to her. And yeah, I'm just here securing the other side as well. And as you can see, it's kind of not even. It's kind of lean. So one side is further up than the other. So what I then decided to do is to tie another piece of fishing line to the right side and adjust it that way so I can just straighten it more. So this is me, just pulling it up more. Mommy's chatting away and not paying me any attention, even though I need to find out if it's straight or not. So we eventually got it done, and I was, you know, pleased with how it looked, and here I'm just adjusting the letter to be exactly how I want them to be. Then I was trying to think of if I should put another string in the middle as well and pull it straight or not. And at this point, Tian came and was saying, no man, it's okay this way. So this is the final reveal, guys. This is it. This is the Yosch Cafe photo wall. Cue the music. So this is it for my little photo wall DIY session, guys. Thank you guys so much for checking out the video, and I appreciate all of you. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Bye y'all.